There we go. Man, sorry about that. That literally just popped in right as I was. Yeah. Woo. All right. Good day, everyone. And hey, welcome to the show. Super excited.
Super excited.
Super excited.
Yeah. What are you super excited for?
We have a guest. We have a guest tonight, and some of you guys are just going to be so excited about this because, quite frankly, I'm tired of you asking to have her on the show. I just gave it away, so I'm just going to bring her in so that we can just get it over with. Here we go, and we'll add her in. Stage, boom. Mary Lou, what's happening?
What's happening? Not much.
Yeah?
Just relax. You know me.
No, not really.
Enjoying life.
Yeah. So before we get too deep into this, thank you for coming on the show as always.
Mm-hmm.
My pleasure.
And I just want to get this out of the way first. First segment here is going to be brought to us by the fine folks at Moscone-America.com. And if you'll notice behind me, things have changed a little bit. The TV that is normally right here is no longer there because it was a great idea we had, and we never did it. So the whole idea behind the TV was to have like promos rolling, like ads and stuff, and we never did it.
Yeah.
And we reached out to Moscone, and this is the start of our new banner here, which is just all Moscone Pro and Moscone One amplifiers and processors. So it's super sexy. And then we hung Brian's purple amp up. There it is.
The other side.
Right on the other side. Just because I'm getting tired of it sitting on the bench, and it needs to go over there, but I haven't got to it yet. So wow. Anyways, but yeah, this is the new look. Pretty excited. So, anyways, thank you. Head over to
Okay.
So you're familiar with Moscone Gladen, right? You guys sell Focal, but you guys don't sell.
We do sell Focal. Mm-hmm.
You guys don't sell Moscone though, right?
Not anymore. We did a few years ago, but not anymore.
Okay. One of the things that people have been all cheesed up about after Sage's car, which you got to hear Sage's car, right?
I did.
Yeah, I know, right? So cool.
That was spectacular.
Everyone has been waiting for the Gladiator to come out.
Okay. The new movie?
Not the new movie.
Oh.
Although I'm excited about that.
I'm excited
about the new movie, right? Yeah, who is it? You know, thank God Russell Crowe's not in it. That's all I got to say. The sex appeal is not there. But the Gladen just announced on their page the specification. Yeah, I know, right? Is that not the silliest thing you've ever seen?
By the way, that's me. That's me.
That is Fernando.
It's marketing.
You could just, I can't even do it. Anyways, you can look up a skirt. But no, they have just released the owner's manual along with all the other information on it. It is a super in-depth owner's manual. Like, holy crap. It has everything you could possibly want to know.
It's nice.
Very nice owner's manual. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Very simple. I will get no credit. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Owner's manual. It's taken. Anyway. So you can check it out at Gladen.com.
That's right.
If you're interested, or if you just want to see how it works, or you just want to get as close as you can to right now, touchy-feely. So there we go. Anyways, Mary Lou.
Yes.
What have you been doing?
What I've been doing. It's been a year.
Has it? Well, I mean, you're wearing your Crutchfield shirt. That's a dead giveaway.
No, the other side. There.
Yeah, I know. It screws me. So you were just laughing at me doing this.
I know.
Gotcha.
I was prepared with the laptop. It didn't work, so sorry.
Now, listen, guys. Please get your questions in. We will be answering questions and Mary Lou's going to help us with that as always. You guys have wanted her on, so it only makes sense for us to find out what she's been up to. So play along. But yes, if you have questions, start getting them typed in. Fernando will be doing that.
Yeah.
So the last we met, you were probably sitting somewhere here. Oh no, you came on one with Brian.
Yes.
When Brian was late because he sucks. He doesn't.
He was really in California time working.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
Yes, we were doing the DNA DSP.
Yep. We did. Yep, we went crazy on that. You guys sell ARC, right? Do you guys sell ARC?
With no ARC.
Dude, I gotta have a talk with those guys.
We suck.
Oh, hey, you guys sell a lot of stuff though. So
Yeah.
I mean, you guys sell Audio Frog, you sell
We actually have a new line coming. Cannot
not
talk
mine.
about it, but you guys are gonna love it. It's one of our favorites. So
I mean, you already sell Morel, so I'm pretty
no, I'll give you a hint. It has to do with Hertz speakers.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
No.
It's a DSP.
Is it
and
ketchup? Hunt's ketchup? Okay, ketchup. All right. So anyways, last we met, we really couldn't talk about where you were going and what you did. We let it slip out here and there because you didn't tell me it was like NDA.
NDA style.
So you got to tell Dean this is NDA shit, and then I
have to say, it's top secret, not anymore. I have been in Virginia for the last year.
Yep.
Finally done with all the training. What is it? 27 more days. It will be my first anniversary.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Dude, it doesn't seem like it's been that long.
It hasn't. I couldn't even believe it until someone mentioned it the other day at the office. So all the training out of the way, all the training done, completely full-time on the phones, all the time, chats. I don't know your name, but what I do at Crutchfield is I'm an international sales advisor.
International sales advisor.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
So that means that you can call and ask questions about car audio, home audio, any of our products. We help you place the orders, find the right equipment. We ship only to the US, but if you have a freight forwarder account, then we can ship international to any country.
Okay.
We also have a Canada website. So same thing, sales and customer support.
I'm guessing if they hablo española.
Español.
Yeah, you just add an O to the end and it makes it Spanish, right?
There you go.
I didn't make that up. That was from the Witches of Waverly Place. That was Selena Gomez said that.
Well,
Selena Gomez, when she was a little Disney actor.
Yeah.
Because her mom was very she didn't want to speak Spanish, and so she'd be like pleo, and her mom would be like, you can't just add an O to the end and it'd be Spanish. She's like, why not? Anyways, I just want to.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you have to really classify where these things come from, because you don't want anyone like, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
So international sale. I mean, but you just answer the phone, right? At the end of the day, anybody calls, you'll take care of them. You hook them up.
Phones and chats.
What's that?
Phones and chats.
Phones and chats.
Mm-hmm.
Chats. So if you're trying to get her on chat, it's just by accident. It's just chatting.
They're just chatting all day.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they pay me for it. Yeah, he got it.
Jesus, see?
So you had mentioned you went through classes.
Trainings.
Which I'm assuming is...
What kind of trainings?
Before they allow you to go into the sales floor and answer a phone, you have to go to a 6 months training between car audio and home audio. You need to know how car audio works in order to sell the products and make sure that you provide the best solution for whatever customer is planning to do with their vehicles or at home. So basically, it's just learning everything from A through Z in car audio and home audio, and just being able to put packages together for whatever the customer wants to do. Upgrade just a head unit, or do a whole system, or just audio in their home or offices, because we also have commercial audio. So
just to clarify, you said Hertz and not Audison. So you guys are just a Hertz dealer.
We sell Hertz.
Yes.
Audison is coming over.
So, okay.
It's secret. Please, nobody can say anything. Okay.
Yeah. So right now,
it's gonna be in the inventory pretty soon.
So in the lab right now, Haley's lab, we have a Forza 4.10 and a set of the Prima 6.5s, because Ken is going to come on and do Accordia for it soon. So I've been playing with it at nighttime because it's in Haley's car. So when I go home, I sit in the garage and get eaten by mosquitoes. And so we were going to do it a couple weeks ago, and I screwed up the timing, which actually worked out really well because they've just released an update to it, which is making it work a lot better. So I feel the longer the two of us before our schedules do this, the more updates and the better it will become.
Right.
Which I feel is very important because I want stuff to work. Because thank God we didn't do it, because there was an issue like with the microphone we were using in the laptop, because it's Windows and it's a mic, and it's like, sometimes the microphone in Windows doesn't always do what it's supposed to. We wouldn't know anything about that, would we?
Right. No.
No, we didn't. We weren't late because it was working. Thank God for the iPhone. Yeah. Thesis mid bass are absolutely amazing. They are stunning. Yeah. We did a set. First question: what's your method or best practice when setting up crossovers for a two-way active front stage, mid bass, tweeter, sub? All right, Frank. Do you remember the old days where you used to have to worry about crossover points? Remember when you were slumming it in the install bay?
Yes.
What was the first thing you would do? Which I think we've talked about this before. What's the first crossover point you set in like a two-way active system?
I don't remember. I have to refresh my memory.
Well, convenient enough, we're going to do that. So the first thing you want to know is, what are we going to cross the tweeter over at? Because that's the most important thing.
Why is the most important thing the tweeter, Dean?
Well, because we need to know how low that can play so that we can have the mid bass play up to it. Okay. And so, do you remember the little what's that? Starts with an F, ends with an S. What is that? Oh, FS. Remember FS?
FS.
Remember FS? It's fuss. Anyways,
Fuse.
So what you want to do is you want to figure out the FS on the tweeter, right? And then once you know that, if you're gonna do a link width 24, you're gonna double it. If you're thinking about doing like a Butterworth 12, you might want to triple it. So if you have something that, let's say, has an FS of 1500, what would I make that crossover point, Mary Lou? She's got to do math. She's like, you're a jerk.
Yeah,
3,000, double it. Right. So 3,000. So now that we know what the tweeter is, we know our mid-range to play up to that. And then typically on a mid-bass, mid-range driver, if it's a mid-range, it's going to play down to somewhere between, let's say, 400 and 350. If it's a mid-bass, it's going to play somewhere down to about 80 hertz. The subwoofer would come up to 80 hertz and play down to whatever you decide you want your subsonic to be on that. So basically, we'll say 25 to 80, 80 to 3,200 up to about 50K is usually where amplifiers take a poo. But yeah, that's it. So finding out you want to find the tweeter crossover first. Yeah. And if it doesn't have the FS on there, reach out to the company and ask if they have that information, which not all do. Or Steve Mead on the SMD products does make a tool that'll help you do that. It is the most expensive tool he makes next to the amp dyno, but it's fantastic.
It works. It helps you find the FS of any speaker. And that will work for that.
So like you said, grab the tool real quick.
Yeah, the iGym.
What's that?
It does the math for you.
Well, no. What it does is it does a sweep, and what the FS is you're looking for that ohm load, and so it's the IM-SG plus. Yep. And so as you turn the dial, it goes, and what it's looking for is that ohm load. And whatever, and it'll just highlight it, because the new device just highlights it. Just automatically freezes, and that'll tell you what
tells you the frequency. That's nice.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, without that, it's almost without it. You got to call the company and ask them, and be like, hey, what 3,200 is typically safe. So like Focal tells you straight up 5,000. Tweeters get 5,000. Brian, like Arc, they like 4,000. Morel's usually like 2,200. But most speakers, it's like.
All right, make this sound again.
I learned it from Dory.
All right, so now, Brian, what frequency was that? What crossover point was that?
Anyways, that's my Dory talk. But anyways, Brian likes 4,000 for his tweeters. Most manufacturers are I've only had one manufacturer that I've called and was a total bag of stuff. What's that?
Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, little unwrapped Tootsie Rolls, maybe fresh and steamy. Yeah, and I was like, you guys suck.
Yeah.
Yes, Resident Freaks is absolutely lowest the driver is capable of playing, except for a subwoofer. Yeah, so that's what. But like I said, it's easy once you know the FS of the tweeter, double it, or triple it.
There you go.
Brian Mitchell's way of doing this is to gap. So like if he crosses his tweeter over at 4,000, usually the mid range is like 42. Was it 4,200? There's a small gap there. He likes that, a little gap. Yeah, 4,000 for a two-way. But he adds a small gap between the tweeter and the mid range because he's Brian and he has methodology behind this, and it has to do with the crossover point and the dip and getting rid of the dip. And yeah, you dip, we dip, I dip. Good afternoon, 5-star. What are some of the recommended amps with subsonic filters around 1,200 watts? Okay, Mary Lou.
Yes.
Calling Crutchfield right now. Hey, baby, what you wearing? I need a sub amp about 1,200 watts with a subsonic filter. First off, what is a subsonic filter?
What is a subsonic filter? You
Okay.
tell us, Dean. It's your show.
So subsonic. I love
They
it.
want your answers.
This is why we have her on.
Yeah,
This is why we have her on.
this.
She's not afraid to be like, just tell
tell
me.
me.
Don't be a dick. So subsonic filter is a high pass crossover for subwoofer, for the sub channel on the amplifier. We call it a subsonic filter just because we don't want to call it a high pass crossover and confuse anyone. Most of the time, a subsonic filter is variable, usually between 10 and let's say 35 hertz. Some amplifier manufacturers automatically just put a subsonic filter into their device without even telling you because, well, they don't want you to. It makes the amplifier run better, more efficient, because the amplifier's not over there trying to create 5 hertz or 10 hertz. There's some devices, Epicenter, that has what's called a PFM filter, and that is a subsonic filter that they put in there because, as we know, in an Epicenter, sometimes things can get a little crazy.
Do you remember what was the acronym name for that? PFM?
PFM. It's on the
That's
device.
it?
Yeah. It says it on. It's PFM filter. Anyways,
Stands for
so I want to eliminate below 20 hertz. So like all kicker amplifier. Okay, when I say all kicker amplifiers, the current lineup of kicker amplifiers have, I believe, a 15 hertz high pass filter built into them. But variable is very common. So do they make you read all the specs on stuff like that?
No. It all depends on what we're doing, but as far as reading all the specs, no.
Okay. So like right off the top of my head, what are you doing?
just change this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So I will tell you. Oh, hang on. No, you could have done it right there. That is your job because we're live. So you need to come over here.
Sorry.
Go
Yes.
like this.
Yes. My bad.
If you would like an amplifier that has one, I'll tell you right now that all the subwoofer amps from Arc Audio have one. All the sub amps from Audio Control have one. Moscone have them. I can guarantee you that even Mr. Down for Sound probably has them. The Scar amplifiers have them, just if we're looking for other things. But most sub amplifiers are going to have some form of either a subsonic filter that's variable or one that is internally active and they're not talking about it. So you'll be okay. Right?
Yeah.
Rockford
So let me ask you this. What's that?
Rockford Fosgate has them.
Rockford Fosgate does have them. See? Look at that. We love the Rockford. You are the Rockford queen. Ooh. Man, after SEMA, we can talk, bro.
I heard.
Nah, you haven't heard nothing.
Well, that's what you think.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. There's always. It's so funny. Don't talk about nothing. Oh, have you heard about this? Wait a minute. You just told me not to talk about it. How come they know? The heck?
We always know everything, but we're not supposed to say that we know it.
Of course. I mean, we always say we know it. We're just not going to tell you because
Yeah.
I don't care. All right. So Virginia, right?
Yes.
How has the transition from Florida to Virginia been? Because, you used to do some of the craziest driving. Like you would just be like, wake up in the morning and go, I'm going to Clearwater. And I'd be like, you're nuts.
And I love it. Now,
so what is it like in Virginia? What's that?
Now I make trips to New York.
Well, yeah. I mean, when we were in Atlantic City, you were like, I'm going to New York today. And I'm like,
what?
Yeah.
You're nuts.
Why
in the morning.
I'm so close to it. Why not?
Oh, no. Hey, listen, I
It's
get
not
it,
been
man.
easy.
Yeah.
It's not been easy. I really love Florida.
Yeah.
I like the weather in Florida, believe it or not.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah,
That's why we live here.
I don't like the snow. And
No.
yeah, but it's a nice town.
Yeah.
There's a lot of activities all the time. The university is here. Monticello's very close to my house. So there's always something to do.
What is
Festivals.
Monticello's?
Monticello.
What is it?
It is a historic building
Yeah,
where
get your pens right, bro.
it's part of the history of what is this, like the second colony or third colony?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
sure. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's
whatever
part
it is,
of
it's a
That's part
historic
of the
building.
original 13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of history, so it's pretty cool.
Nice.
But it's not Florida.
You miss palm trees and sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes.
I can understand. I would too. That's why I stayed. It's sad. Sad. Okay.
All right. 2020 Explorer with the VO system, 14 speaker system. I'm looking for a good middle of the road DSP system ideas.
So this is the Unleash system. So first thing we need to do is get our integration under control. And what do you use to integrate into a BO system?
You can use an Ampro.
Bingo. Yeah. So Amp Pro is definitely by far one of the most popular right now. However, also coming nipping at its heels is also the Mobridge piece.
The Mobridge, I was gonna say we don't carry it though, but yes.
No, we really don't either. But Mobridge is making some really cool stuff. They also are making Mobridge A to B amplifiers. So you can easily just buy an all-in-one, click in, full DSP Mobridge amp to power the whole system. That is who Morel has teamed up with for the Morel Bronco system.
Right.
Is it's just using a full, so Morel provides all the speakers and Mobridge is providing the DSP amplifier, which is really cool. So you don't need an interface, you don't need anything. It just literally clicks in and you're done. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
As far as middle of the road DSP, really the question when looking for a DSP is how many channels do I need?
There you go.
And am I going to be going DSP in the amplifier or do I want to do a standalone DSP? Now for us, I much prefer to go with a all-in-one solution, meaning so like that guy right there is the Moscone 830 that will give me all my channels. Now, it's an 8-channel with a 12-channel DSP, really big, lots of room behind the seat. Something a little more compact, though, would be like going with the Arc Audio Blackbird, which is going to be also 12 channels with an 8-channel. So 8 channels of power, 12 channels of DSP. That means it has 4 extra channels. Little compact, cutie thing, and you can buy the Nighthawk or Darkwing Duck or the companion amplifier for it, which is the same exact size, which is great to power subwoofers. Unless you're going to be doing just like a small 10 or something like that, then you can do all 6-way up front because that is a 14. So you can do 6 channels, 2 channels to rear, small amp off to the sub. Very common practice for us. So like that is the 830. This is the 110. So that combination right there is also real popular in there. You also have the Pro line. I'm sorry, the 1 line, which is that's an 8 to 10 DSP, and they make 1,000 watts to go with that. So I prefer that. Now, when it comes to standalone DSPs, you really need to know how many channels you're planning on doing. So there's 8 to 10s that are really nice. Which I think in your case, you're going to need at least a 10 because you have 6 up front, 2 in the rear, and a sub, unless you're not doing rear fill. So I would look for probably something in a 10-channel DSP. Of course, Audio Control has their 8 to 10. Helix has their 8 to 10. The problem is once you get past 8, the price becomes substantially crazy, and then it makes more sense just to get the amplifier all built in. Crazy,
I have a
right?
follow-up question for you.
Yes, that's why you're here.
So we're talking about these DSPs for Moscone and Arc and even Audio Control.
Yep.
Aren't those a little bit more for a cost for someone who does this every day for a living that knows what they're doing with the tuning? If it's a do-it-yourself, wouldn't you recommend to do like the kicker key self-tuning and just do the different like a daisy chain?
Well, so the reality is no, not for this, because this is the BO system. It has
that's true. That's true. Never mind.
A kicker key would be real easy if we're doing the base model F-150.
Right.
That's just going to come with a tweeter and a 6x9. 100%. I'd recommend a kicker key. 200.4, super easy. Put it in, done. T-harness from pack, some load resistors. Bob's your uncle. You're rocking and rolling. Everything's timeline great.
Yeah,
now, when it comes to like you said, a more Pro Series style DSP, I don't judge. I mean, I'm like you judge. You're like, this guy's stupid. He can't figure this thing out.
I
Oh,
don't judge like it's different.
Sounds like you're judging. You're being judgmental, Mary Lou. No, literally when it comes to DSP, it's always just a matter of figuring out what makes sense to you. I mean, each one is going to have its moment that it's like, but you could always just do some Boston cream.
Donuts?
Yep. Mike Hooney Tunes.
He just
Yeah,
got
we're
from
gonna need a lot of those to do the installation.
Dude, we were shopping last night and they had a 6-pack of Boston creams at Public, the mini
Did you
donuts
take a
that they
picture and
have.
send it to him?
No, I just was like,
so this is what you should you have to do.
I can't, he's ruined it for me.
No.
Oh, well,
this
there
is
we go.
what you need to do.
Yep.
Every time you go and see one of those, you gotta send him a
send him
picture.
a pic.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's it.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps sending me those other pics that I don't want to see. So I guess, yeah, I should.
I mean, why not?
I mean, they both end with
You guys want to see it?
Yeah. Nope. Okay. So next question. Dun, dun, dun.
That was he just want to know that.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Just got home, picked up my car from Jay's Tent in Dallas. What's up, Weber fan? If you're in the Texas, Oklahoma area and need your car worked on, definitely go check them out. So that's Oscar.
That's Oscar.
It's Oscar.
Oscar and Jay.
With the most confused. That's the confused Tesla. Is it black? Is it white? It's like a Michael Jackson.
Bipolar, man.
He's totally bipolar. It's what is that? Ebony and Ivory. Yeah.
It's easier.
They're both Michael Jackson.
That's what it is.
What's that?
It's easier to escape the police.
I mean, he needs to because he's a bad hombre.
Right?
Yeah, he's a bad hombre. Gotta be careful with the bad hombres. Okay. So on Instagram show, there was a discussion on CDs. If no one is buying CDs, how do you get music? Do you buy music somewhere or do you subscribe to services? What services? Ooh, I like this because this was actually something that Brian and I just talked about in the podcast that we did. And I don't know which podcast it was. It might have been I think it was one that just got released Monday. Did you know we were doing a podcast, Mary Lou?
I saw the ad. I have not heard it yet.
What are you doing? Dude, come on. You literally sit in an office and just stare at the walls all day. Anyway,
just chatting with people.
Anyways, you can find the podcast. We tag it and stuff. It's also over on Apple's iTunes podcast. We use the service is Podbeam, so you can also find it on Podbeam. I have not got to Spotify yet. Give me some time.
Come on, man.
It was just dude. We started this we decided to do the podcast like 3 or 4 months ago. Mm-hmm. It's taken me this long to where like Saturday's job or Sunday's job, which is tomorrow, was to just get this thing. Brian has been like, dude, come on, like, what are you waiting for? I'm like,
yeah, Dean, what are you waiting for?
Dude, I finally got my own email address. Okay, like like
your own.
Yeah, like
you had to share it before.
Dean at smashforce.com instead of the other one that no one goes. Wait, what? Like, yeah, let it go.
Yeah.
.net. Sorry,
yeah,
.net.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you use? What is your favorite streaming service, Mary Lou?
YouTube music.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Pay subscription though.
You pay for Oh, you have to. I mean, you're gonna pay for any because otherwise you're gonna get crap.
Yeah. So it's a YouTube what? YouTube Plus or YouTube Live?
Music.
YouTube Music.
YouTube Music. Yeah, it's a full app. Does that work in CarPlay? Do you know?
It does.
Okay, because I pay for Apple Music. I've tried Tidal, Pandora. I've tried Pandora, and I would tell you right now, for the love of God, whatever you do not use Pandora. And all you guys that are using it, this is a tear. I'm sad for you because it sucks. Where do you find new music?
YouTube.
So you just
I just go to the new ones or top 40s. Okay. That's a shuffle where it shows you.
So they have a curated playlist. Okay. Yeah. Which I feel like most of them do. Like Spotify has that, iTunes has that. You can just say, "Hey Siri, play top 40 songs," and it'll just play new tracks, play modern jazz, play whatever it is you want. It plays. Now I'm hoping you're gonna give me the answer I want.
Okay.
But
that's not where you find stuff, bro.
Yeah, no, it's probably right. He's probably right because they're gonna have some good music. Because where do you find a lot of your music?
Okay, so this is what I do.
Yeah,
I go to Instagram and scroll on Reels, and a lot of people put a lot of effort into music on Instagram for Reels. So if I like that song, I know I can find a better, recording. So that's how I find my music. Now I'm subscribed to Apple Music as well as and
I made Haley so happy that day.
so yeah, but you can do Apple Music, you can do like Mary Lou's doing YouTube, you can do Spotify, you can do Amazon Prime. Just subscribe. The free ones,
Yeah,
they're not gonna get you what you want. So
no.
yeah.
So I like you, which we've talked about before. I find a lot of the new stuff that I like on Instagram.
Yep.
And I hate it when there's a song that isn't on Instagram. Like, I mean, like I heard it on Instagram, I'm immediately searching for it. And I'm going, where's this song?
No,
because it's some homemade song. And it's like, God.
You need
now this week.
What's that?
You need Sasham. That way you can just play the music and then
I have it.
We have it.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Just
So it's funny that you say that. Every time I go to
I use it all the
these
time.
events, like for example when
It's right there.
There you
when
go.
Yep, my library is full of all the event songs.
Yeah.
Yes.
when Brian Mitchell was like doing the demo for me, I just put it in there and I'm like, oh, I know I got that song. So
that's like when we were in Andy's in Houston, I'm literally just Shazamming every song.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, let's get that out.
But that's how we find our stuff.
And I got okay. So here's the sad thing, and this is something else that we've talked a lot about. I grew up 70s and 80s. Was I okay?
Oh,
for some, for sure. But I feel like here, like when it comes to rock, like I like 70s and 80s rock, and there's literally still a station here that plays. There's two that play 70s and 80s rock, and I'm like, why did we cap off at the 70s? Like, was there nothing else? I mean, I know there's some 90s and there's some early 2000s, but even like that, like if I want to hear the Foo Fighters, it's not on. They don't play it.
Who?
But if I want to hear Led Zeppelin or AC/DC or like, dude, it's really weird how that works. Like, so it drives me crazy. So when we were on the last cruise, like when they do 80s and 90s music trivia, slammed.
Yeah.
When they do 2000s music trivia, if you don't have a kid in the group, like we have Haley, which is okay, but and if it's like a girl or a boy or some country music, she's all up in there. But if it's like one of these like new age group, man, zeros. I'm like, bro, come on, man, diversify. So I came home from the cruise and I was listening to 2000s alternative music for like a month just so I could find it. And then I realized that I'll never remember these because they're like Dog and Pony Show and just the dumbest names ever. It's like, let's take two random names, put them together, rock band. Stupid. But yeah.
You need XM series.
What's that?
You need Sirius XM. That's where you find the music.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
It's only $5.99. Oh no, it went up to 20 something.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. What radio can play ALC files? So most radios.
ALC?
Yeah. So most radios will play. It doesn't matter. It's right there. We all know what it says. Yeah. It's an acronym for something that sucks. Most radios have converters built into them that will play any file that you want and put it back to something that they can. But if you're curious, like I'm pretty sure Kenwood will do this.
Yes. And Sony.
Pioneer will do it. Sony will do it. And so they'll take those files and they'll convert them over. Their DAC inside of them will flip them out and put out the RCAs, and that's all that really matters. So yeah, I don't think it really matters anymore.
Okay. Significant streaming quality difference between Pandora and all others. Yes, of course. Tidal for the price will give you the highest quality stream. Apple Music and Spotify are close second.
So Apple Music is actually already proven to be the best.
Yes.
So one of the nerds did us all a favor, and he played the Sheffield Labs, My Disc, Pink Noise on all of the apps and took his awesome JL Max and tracked them. And basically all of the services, with the exception of Apple, sucked. They all had some form of a high frequency roll off or some form of nonsense.
So he tried Tidal and all that.
Yeah, he tried Tidal. He tried. So Pandora is the worst for sure. Now Tidal is good. Yeah. Tidal is good. But honestly, the best one right now is still Apple Music as far as finding the best amount of high quality. But the reality is like if you're using CarPlay or using Android Auto or you're streaming it or you're plugging it in, it's really not going to matter, okay? Because it's only going to be whatever the phone's native output is. If you want to get the high-res music output, then you need some form of, you need to be able to get the digital out. So like on the GS9, the Sony, you would use a camera kit on the bottom of the phone, and that would allow you to take out the full signal into whatever the GS9 could handle. Which was it, 96K? Was it higher?
No, that was higher.
Was higher.
Yeah.
So we tested this because I have a Dragonfly.
Yep.
Which is the cool little headphone DAC / amp that you can buy. And the cool thing about the Dragonfly is it changes colors to tell you what your output is. Because
the resolution of the song, because we're like, oh,
because Brian was like, oh, it doesn't matter, and I was like, I think it does, and he was like, oh, it doesn't, and I was like, I have to prove you wrong. And so we did, and so that was really cool. It wasn't like I was trying to prove him wrong. It was just more of a.
No, you're not wrong. Tidal offers really nice streaming services.
Yeah, like I said,
you can pay for that. Yes.
Apple is minusculely better.
Yes.
Minusculely, which means very small.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah. I used to pay for all the apps, but the one that I like to use more, not just for the quality, it was more like I can find things the way I want easier. That's YouTube Music. But I used to pay for all of them until I went like, why? I'm just wasting my money when I keep on going to the same app. But Apple Music, it is indeed the best one out there.
And the reality is this: whatever one works with your life, that's the one you buy. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're in a car. Okay, so here's the rub in all of this, right? We're in a car. We're doing 80 miles an hour because we are. Where's this resolution going, right?
Yeah.
Who's like in your house? More than likely, you have a Sonos. You have some form of a Bluetooth speaker. You're not hearing the resolution there. I mean, very, very few people have a home stereo that is significant enough to pipe this through. Yeah. So, I mean, we're so worried about getting the best, but then we're putting in something that it doesn't matter. So what I think is more important, and this is why I canceled my Tidal, was Discovery sucked. Like I couldn't find anything, and it was bugging me. And I liked the Apple side of things, not because I'm an Apple fanboy, but because I could simply just get in the car in the morning and go, hey, Siri, play something like this. Sorry. No, you're good. Never mind. Sorry. Go away. Yes. Anyways, and she would do it. And I'd be like, oh, and that would be cool. And I have a playlist now of just her recommendations. And if they're good enough, they'll make it over to the real playlist. Which is, Dean's favorite 100 songs that he listens to forever and ever and ever. And every now and then I get a new one. I feel happy when I find a new song. Dude, that's like finding a 20, right?
You play it like 100 times?
Oh, dude, when you get a new song, man, it's like found money, bro.
Yeah.
It makes you so happy. Oh, dude, even if it's a song you've heard before and it's like you finally found, that's what that was. It's so good. Pro tip for Apple Music that's not in the app: say, "Hey Siri, play new music I like." Okay, she keeps waking up. With this command, Apple Music creates an entire new personal radio station and plays like 70% new music.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So,
very cool.
Very good pro tip. I will be trying that on my way home for all the 5 minutes that I drive home. All right, can I put this one on?
Go.
So we get back to nerdy stuff. Hello, guys. I have a 2024 Toyota Tundra with the JBL Premium system. I'm looking to upgrade the system aftermarket, and my question is, do I need to pack Amp Pro or can I use the JL to fix? So the Tundra might actually still work with the Amp Pro. I think the 2024 Tundra is Amp Pro compatible. So this is a fun one, Mary Lou, because this is what you probably have to answer all the time when you say, no, you need an Amp Pro. And they go, well, I could just use a fix. And you're like, no, you can't. So one of the most, believe it or not, as bad as it sounds, one of the most screwed up signals coming from a radio is a JBL radio. Okay,
Tell me
and that's
about
not picking on anybody, but Toyota, in its infinite wisdom, can manhandle the crap out of the radio like nobody. Like in my world, the radio's got to go. It's
Yes.
2024, probably not going to happen. What an Amp Pro does different than a fix is a fix by name is telling you what it's trying to do. It's fix something.
Mhm.
Well, it's really broke and there ain't enough juice in a fix to fix it. Like it doesn't
Right.
have the tools to handle this. And the reality is it's kind of silly.
Mhm.
An Amp Pro goes between the factory radio and the amplifier, stripping off the clean, perfect signal that is coming from the radio to the amplifier, because all the processing is done in the amplifier. It's not done in the radio and then goes out to the amplifier. It's an amplifier with a DSP built into it. So the Amp Pro connects in, grabs that full bandwidth signal. It also takes all the data commands as well as all the other signal that's happening. So like in a Toyota, if it's got navigation is on its own channel. Bluetooth is on its own channel. There's like 3 or 4 channels of audio that go into a JBL amplifier.
Correct.
And then gets all done up inside and spit out. But the Amp Pro is going to take all of that data, put it all together, and put it out a 5 volt output that you can then go in your amplifiers and not have to worry about the nonsense involved in trying to fix it. Because a fix, first off, probably isn't enough channels to deal with it, because there's every channel's on its own little nightmare path of destruction. So no, the fix is not need. It's really not the tool to use in a modern problem.
Correct.
Maybe 5 or 10 years ago. It's a good piece, wrong piece, right?
Yes,
Do you guys sell a lot of the Amp Pros?
we do.
Yeah, it's kind of. Ooh, did you see where the new Dodge just came out?
No, which one?
So the new Dodge harness for the new 2024 Jeeps and Rams
Oh
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
With the new harness, it's just shipping. And then, like we were talking about earlier today, Ernie had posted the picture of their beta testing the new GM harness.
Yeah.
Which you could just use the Metro piece, which works fantastic. And
Oh, so that was what's happening in there.
that's what was happening.
I didn't know that.
You didn't
know?
pick up on
Oh
that?
my God.
No.
Yeah.
I was
Fernando.
looking at different things. Sorry.
No, it was the Amp Pro that was in there.
Oh.
Fernando, the conversation started with you. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going this way and that way. I was totally
And then correct. Toyota and most Hyundai Kia OEM radios suck.
For sure.
This is for sure.
yes.
but
most,
Toyota is
not-
the winner.
Scott, can one use more than one key 200.4 in the same vehicle if they are more than a 6.5 in the tweeter? I've been told it can be done.
But decided against it.
Okay.
So so this is something we struck in the beginning. We really put a lot of thought into, and we're trying to figure out what would be the best way to make this happen.
Mhm.
Because as cool as it is, it's real limited on what it can do. And when it auto tunes itself, it's looking for something very specific. So when you set it up for biamp mode, it knows that, it knows it's doing this front stage. So it's looking on channel 1 and 2. It's looking for either a tweeter or a middler. And it knows that there's going to be a mid bass attached to channels 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So it's looking for that. If you set it up for front and rear, it knows it's looking for something in the front and something in the back. There's no setting for, I have one for the front, I have one for the back. So if you were to use it to do the front stage, our thought was, okay, what if I take a second one, and I put it in, and when I'm tuning it, I just hook it up to my front mid bass and my rear speakers, and then I don't use the front because you can't bridge it. So then I just disconnect channel 1 and 2 and just run 3 and 4 to my rears. But then I was like, I'm gonna have to load it down because it's a Class D amplifier. Probably won't like not having a speaker on it. And the more we thought about it, the just dumber it became. And it was like, yeah, and I can't really use it for a 3-way set because that doesn't work out too well. And so it was just the more we thought about how it's actually looking for the signal, it didn't make any sense. Like you could turn all that stuff off and just use it as a straight amp, which is fine. Yep. But at that point, why would you do that? You just buy something that, like a 6-channel and make life better.
Right.
So we've never tried it because it didn't make any sense.
It was a lot of work.
Well, no, it
You
just
know,
it just didn't make any sense.
Because like you gotta disconnect, you gotta this.
Right. At
and
that
then,
point,
yeah.
why would you just not go with like an audio control LC or I'm sorry, a D61200 or a D608,
Yep.
810? You know, just something that would make more sense with a DSP. Granted, you'd have to set it up, but you know. And that reminds me, it's up there. Audio Control at audiocontrol.com is a place you can go and find the PNW speakers along with all your amplifiers. Hey, had a guy come in today and we were talking about he made a purchase online. I won't say from where. And he had an LC7i and an LC 4.800. And I was like, wait, what? So just so you guys know, when you go to purchase your audio control amplifiers, whether you buy from us or online at a convenient online retailer, the LC stands for line output converter, so that you don't need to add anything else. That beautiful LC 7i, 5i, 6i, 8i, whatever you want to put in there, 2i Pro, is always built into the amplifier fantastically. So the other thing that's cool too is even if you buy a 4-channel or an 8-channel, what makes them unique is that the 4-channel actually has 6 channels of high-level input, and the 6-channel has 8 channels of high-level input. So if you need to do any summing or anything like that, or add in some exterior noise, something that beeps or whines or does whatever, backup system, you can do that into the amplifier very easily. So head over to audiocontrol.com. And even if you buy the D has it too. So just in case you're wondering.
Everybody wants it.
Yeah, I know. Everybody wants the D.
All right. You want to change it now?
Change what? No, I just put it up there. It's good. We're good. Question, yes. Yes. Give me a new question.
Okay. I'm trying to find it.
I mean, we have a cool highlighting feature. It makes it easy. Here we go. He likes it big and round. Big bang for the space. I have 6x9 rear door speakers and a 4th gen RAM that I want to replace with small powered subs. Can a 6.5-inch sub with 200 to 300 watts give me good low end extension? Not in the door of a RAM.
Yeah.
No. So, no, this is a bad idea. It's a bad idea for many reasons. One of which, you'll never be able to seal the door panel off properly to keep the door panel itself from rattling. Once the door panel itself starts to move, you're going to get cancellation, which is going to defeat the purpose of having it. There are a bunch of small 6-inch subwoofers, but they move. They move a lot. And the RAM, the way that door panel goes over, what happens? That speaker sits right on there. So it moves too much, it'll hit the door panel. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. How did the RAM turn out?
It turned out pretty well with the 6x9s. The tuning can be improved definitely, but
they wouldn't let you touch it. They were being mean.
No, they didn't let me touch it.
Yeah, see, you would have got in there with your DMRTA and you'd have been like, move over, Bacon. It's time for something leaner.
Yep. No, but it's pretty good.
Does the new Dodge part work on the Wagoneer? I think the Wagoneer is a different
I don't think so.
OS. So I don't think it works on that. I'll check the email tonight and let you know. But no, I think the Wagoneer is a standalone piece. I could be wrong. Hey, you know who would know? Even though he doesn't work there anymore, Jeff would know.
Why we know?
Because
he's Jeff.
Because he's Jeff. That's what he does. Does any vehicle made in the last 5 years have a decent radio to build a decent system off of that you wouldn't change out? Yeah. Really? You say no? I say yeah.
I never liked the original radios. I always liked the aftermarket.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's getting to the point where we can't do much with that, you know?
But if you can,
if you can't, listen, if you can, sure, but there are some radios. So the reality is, as you know as well as I do, the reality is it's the DSP, right?
Right.
The DSP is what makes the magic happen. And if you have a spectacular DSP, you can really get in there and do some magic to it.
Yeah.
When Audio Control did their big update, one of the things that they added in was the ability to have all pass filters because, if you're going to do time alignment and all that, you need to be able to negate the effects that those have on the stereo. You're not getting rid of it. You're just, when you have 1 and 1, or if you have nothing and you have 1, it creates an issue. If you add that same filter to the other side, and it's like all of a sudden it's positive. So it's, you don't, negative, negative,
Right.
negative, positive, and negative, positive, positive is positive. So, you're an all pass filter. The reality is the integration is the most important thing, and a high end DSP will give you that. The problem is that you now have a high end DSP with a lot of buttons to touch. So where do you begin? Manufacturers like Helix and Audison are trying to build these things into their DSPs. So like I will call it the magic button. You can hit the magic button and it will automatically try to fix these things. Mm-hmm. The magic of magic buttons is a key lock. The kicker key lock is the most magic of buttons, because like it'll just look at it and go, hold my beer. And it'll fix all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. Which, for those of you guys that haven't seen the key lock, over the next, actually I think the next month we'll be filming a bunch of videos showing cause and effect with a key lock. We've worked that out, so we're going to be doing that because we've done videos on the key lock, and a lot of people are like, it's magical and whatnot. What took you so long, bro? One job. And now we're going to go back at it, and we're going to film a bunch of stuff and show everyone what it's actually doing, because I think a lot of people are just confused, because we're all a little confused. Hey, the new ad on the top is from our good friends at Thinkware.
Thinkware.
I know. I was reading the sign. It's got to say that.
Here you go.
So my brain, as we all know, my brain is wired a little strange.
Yeah.
So we use backpacks that are called Think Tank, which are camera backpacks. So Thinkware and Think Tank, you got to be kidding me, right? But no, this is Thinkware dash cams. You're going to pull that thing up?
Yeah.
Why were you not pulling up? So a new partner to the show, you can head over to thinkwareshop.com and you can find all kinds of new and sexy stuff. Hold on, let me get rid of the Gladiator here. So if we go over to this, you can see they have their top 4 cameras located right there. I think it's neat. They actually have one of those cool Moo trash compactor, if you're really green and stuff like that. But that's not what's important. Dash cams are where it's at. I'm easily sidetracked. But no, we have dash cams where it's at. We have a bunch of them. We're going to be doing a bunch of cool videos showing you guys how to do them. I'm excited because, let's be honest, dash cams, other than the cool videos that you create and become a YouTube sensation or Instagram rock star at 5 o'clock in the morning, we're all watching dash cam videos going, ooh, oh, damn, ooh, you'll be able to, you won't have to worry about that car that decided to pass you and next thing you know, they're flipped over. You'll know. Front and back dash cams.
There you go.
We're excited. We've worked with them in the past. It's nice to have them back on the show and actually be an actual sponsor. Yeah. So please head over to thinkwareshop.com. Check out their offerings. It's going to be fun. We get them for the next 3 months. We're going to have a lot of fun with them. Hopefully longer if everyone loves them as much as we do. And we'll just have a lot of fun. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing? Can you improve the volume level at which your factory head unit sends out its clipped signal? No. You can't fix suck. However, that's where power output comes from. Okay? So a good DSP is going to have multiple gain stages built into it. So, for example, we talk about some of the best DSPs out there, like Arc Audio, like Moscone. We even bring up Helix and Audison. One of the features of Arc is the gain stages. So you have your input gain, you have your equalization gain, you have your output gain, you have your system gain. So there's a ton of places. Moscone has that also. But so what happens is you can set up in the input EQs for a lot of these. This is as loud as I can play. Okay, it stops here. And you can take care of all of this nonsense right here, okay? And now I can go off to my main DSP where I now have an adjustment for that, where I can gain up that, making it louder. So technically, yes, we can kind of fix the problem that you're having just in a really good DSP. A really bad DSP? No, not so much, because they don't have enough adjustments throughout the process to do that. But it's all the DSP. So we can take a very crappy signal that only plays up to 25, EQ that input signal, get it all fixed, get it all straight. And then once we move to the second part of the DSP, the main EQ, meaning now we're going to do the acoustical side of things, we'll have more gain there that we can lift the signal up and make it sound better. So as you're riding the volume knob, Bob's your uncle and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Crazy.
I know you miss it. You miss being in the Bay. We were talking about it today.
Yeah.
You know
it.
I'm sorry. It's too soon. Too soon.
No.
I know. You double jointed. Dean, can you answer this? 2023 Dodge Charger. It has 6 channels, or is it a 4-channel? Front 6x9 wired to dash speakers. Can't seem to get an answer. If it is the non-amplified system, base model system, the 6x9 and 3.5 are on the same wire. It is one wire system. It comes in, goes out, everything. I think that one's wide in the dash. So yeah, the 3.5 and the 6x9 are on the same wire. The easiest way to test for something like that, with obviously you'd have to pull the radio, but when you pull the radio and you're toning the speakers, you'd put your speaker wire input onto that and play your test tone, and it'll play both speakers at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, you okay over there, man? You okay?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just dying. I had to plug in my phone.
I understand.
I was ready with the laptop, not with the phone.
I know. Hey, I'm sorry. Your laptop sucks.
Yeah, like the screen's like this little. I have to squint to read the messages.
Right. Well, what? Frank says, great to have Mary Lou back. Have a great day off, everyone, with friends and family.
There's a timekeeper.
Yeah, I know. He was
the timekeeper.
He was supposed to be in charge of the banners for this, and he just did a terrible job. So bad.
Yes.
Can you blame him? He's distracted.
He's destructive. I don't know if he's distracted, but so all right. Let me get rid of this. What are you enjoying working for Crutchfield? Now you have to lie on this one, but I'm gonna throw it out there anyway. No, you don't have to lie. How you like the job so far?
I love it.
Was this a better move? So you moved from here, you worked here at a manufacturer. We went back into sales on the consumer side of things. You were real leery about doing that, but it just felt like the right move.
It was the right move.
Yeah.
I love the company that I work for.
I hear they're pretty awesome to work for.
It's day and night. That's all I can say. It's a night and day difference. Definitely.
What I always found amazing is the amount of product those guys move. Like Crutchfield moves an obscene amount of product.
Insane.
It's ridiculous. Like home audio side of things. How you liking that? Has that been a tough one?
It was tough at the beginning because I don't care for it. But I learned to like it, and it's pretty fun now. Okay.
So the real question is, so if we call Crutchfield, can we ask for Mary Lou?
Certainly. Yes.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Oh, hey, Mike. Great to meet you too. Thanks for stopping by. So what else you want to throw at us before we wrap this show up? You got anything you want to let us know? Want to let the fans know?
Everybody's gonna get crazy discounts.
No coupon codes.
We always have crazy discounts. We actually have 60-day price warranty. You purchase anything today, and within 60 days of the purchase, if it goes down on price, all you have to do is call us. We'll refund you straight to your credit card. So yeah, discounts all the time.
Wow.
I think my headphones got cheaper. No. They're $20 now.
That's where you find you.
Hey, do you guys sell the Dyson headphones? Dyson? Oh yeah, Dyson makes headphones.
Sure, I think so.
Yeah?
I think so. I'm not positive, but I can look into it.
We might have to look into that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So they suck out of your brain?
Yeah, they suck the sound right out of your head.
You know what's so crazy? We have the most number of headphone sets available. It's insane how many different brands and models, and it's insane. It's a category on its own.
I really got to pay more. I gotta dig into that when I get home. For those of you, Mary Lou helped me get a set of headphones that I needed. Friends and family.
Yeah.
I'm family. But Yeah, no, I might have to. I'm gonna have because I saw that we were talking. Haley and I were talking on last night because they apparently they're the new hotness right now. All the Karens are talking about them because you can customize them and they're just freaking gigantic. Yeah, Tara, you guys are terrible. Don't, for the love of God, please don't do that to her. Hey guys, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Without them, the show wouldn't be possible. Without you, the fans, it would not be possible because you're here, they're here. So audio control, Moscone, Gladen, Focal, audio control, Thinkware, cameras, yeah,
dash cams.
Dash cams. See, it's gonna be, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Who did I miss? Oh, Arc Audio. Big fan. Big shout out to Arc Audio, as always, for making just cool stuff. And
go to the website, guys. Check them out. So yeah,
check all those guys out. Mary Lou, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your Saturday, stepping away from the pool for a couple hours just to hang out and shoot the shit with us. I know you have such a busy schedule on Saturday. You know, it's like wake up, bonbons, sit by the pool, drinking
margaritas.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't know, some alcohol with fluty flowers.
No. Just a straight
pina coladas, dancing in the rain.
No.
But thank you guys for heading over and saying hi. Saturday, baby. That's right. What's up, Eduardo? You guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Let me find that off button.